Hey, welcome everyone. Today we're going to be covering electric vehicle, hybrid vehicle, high voltage safety. Some of the necessary specialized tools that are involved to protect us from high voltage. And we're going to also cover some of the procedures that we need to do to maybe isolate high voltage energy, make the vehicle safe for us to service. All right, what you have in front of you are several different specialized tools that are all high voltage rated and designed and specialized for work around high voltage electricity. So remember, this is unlike our low voltage 12 volt DC system. Our high voltage electricity can bridge the gap and use our bodies as a path for the electricity. So we have to have something in place to insulate us or protect us from that high voltage energy. So you're going to notice that all these tools are insulated in some way to keep that electricity from traveling through the tool and then through our body. We do also work on the vehicle in a different method. Oftentimes it's the one hand rule, where people will work with a hand in their back pocket so that we are only contacting the vehicle with one point or one hand at a time. That helps eliminate the risk that if there was some sort of electricity discharge, that it didn't travel through your body, which could cause serious injuries or fatality. So let's start off by going through these tools one by one. Over here we have our high voltage gloves, our insulated gloves, and these are going to be kind of a combination of two sets. But this is the insulated glove itself. It's a thick insulated rubber-like material. First thing we want to do, safety check with our gloves, is go ahead and check our expiration date. That's always going to be on the glove itself, along with what the glove is rated for. So we can see that this insulated glove itself is rated for 1000 volts, and it was tested November 2nd of 2017. So this glove would be out of spec. We would not be allowed to use this glove until we had it re-inspected or retested. When using these gloves, before we put the gloves on, we're going to want to roll the glove up and do a seal check. Make sure that this glove is intact. There's not any pinholes in the fingertips, any slices, or areas where the glove can be damaged are places where it is not protecting us from the electricity. So we want to check to make sure the glove is ready to go. And we're going to do that by rolling the sleeve towards the fingers and trapping air down in the fingertips. Now I've got the glove sealed off. I want to then hold it there and make sure that this glove seals the air in the fingertips, that there are no leaks anywhere. Now there is a tool for this called a glove pump, which is a small handheld pump that we can put the sleeve of the glove on, pump it up, and let it sit and make sure that that glove is fully intact. When we're wearing these gloves, number one, it's a good idea to have some nitrile gloves. They do get hot and sticky and sweaty, so to keep your gloves from getting nasty down there in the fingertips, it's good housekeeping to wear these gloves underneath. On top of our insulated gloves, we always need to make sure we have a set of work gloves. They always come with the set. So when we're wearing this and working on the vehicle or with tools, it should look like this. Okay, and that work glove is there to protect our insulated glove from any damage from sharp edges or tools or anything you're doing while working. Okay, the next specialized tool we're going to discuss is our digital multimeter down here. Now this isn't just your standard multimeter that you could get at Harbor Freight or any other box store for say $10. When we're working on high voltage systems, hybrid or electric vehicles, we need to make sure that our multimeter is rated to work on that high voltage system and keep you safe while taking measurements. The rating is always going to be on the meter. So if we look at this meter is Cat 3 1000 volt rated or Cat 4 600 volt rating. The Cat rating supersedes all other ratings. So a Cat 4 meter or Cat 4 600 volt would be better than a Cat 2 1000 volt meter. Okay, so our category rating tells us what system voltage wise we can work on. For high voltage systems in hybrid and electric vehicles, we want a meter that's at least Cat 3 1000 volt. And that will be safe for our vehicle. You can even see this says hybrid on it. We also need to make sure that our leads are rated. So our test leads that we're going to plug into these ports, that they are also rated to work on the high voltage system. And those are always going to be on the leads themselves. Right here on this test lead, we can see the Cat 3 1000 volt and category 4 600. When working on high voltage systems, we are also going to want to use our insulated clips. So these actually have an alligator clip inside that we can clamp onto our test points. Remember that we are only going to be able to contact the vehicle with one hand at a time. So unless you plan on doing your test points this far apart, we cannot hold the leads on the vehicle with both hands. So we would have to, if we wanted to take a voltage reading of a high voltage battery, we would need to clip this onto the positive and then take our test reading with one hand on with our black lead. Okay, so remember Cat 3 1000 volt. Category 3 1000 volt is our minimum rating for our meter and leads when working around high voltage hybrid or electric vehicles. Okay, next up here you can see our tool set with our special orange rubberized handles here. And this is a full set of insulated tools. And these tools are designed to protect us from any high voltage electricity traveling through the tool and then into our body. You can always look on the insulation itself to see what the tools are rated for. So remember 1000 volt is our number for hybrid and electric vehicles. Right there, these tools are 1000 volt rated. It's very important that we only use insulated tools when working on electric high voltage systems. We don't want to use these linesman pliers, for example, to go cut zip ties on the sweet new amp cable that you just installed on your Honda Civic. If we drop these tools or this insulation becomes damaged in any way, then it's no longer protecting you from the electricity. So we only use insulated tools when we're working on high voltage systems. If you need to go disconnect a 12 volt battery, low voltage from a vehicle, don't use our insulated socket set. Okay, for use only with high voltage and on high voltage systems. This would be an insulated open-ended wrench. Here's our insulated ratchet, 1/2 inch drive, insulated socket. So this is a 1/2 inch drive, 7/16 socket insulated. There's our insulated 1/2 inch extension. And when used in combination with our high voltage insulated gloves, we would be fully protected from any electricity up to 1000 volts with this tool.